Hello everyone, I've got another sealer video for you today. I had to go to the hardware store yesterday and saw these, so I picked these up in the everlasting search for an adult coat alternative. I've never seen these before, these are new, so I figured I would give these a spray and see how they go. And these I've had for a little while, but I don't think I've ever had them in one of the videos yet, so we'll also show these two, which are more of a gloss type deal. So let's start with the matte finish stuff. Promising, very promising. They have really nice even coats, and they're pretty matte. Here's our control, and this is just black gesso. This is the chalk one, so there is more of a sheen to it. You could see this is just nothing on this one, it's just the gesso, and this has the chalk on it. So it's got a little bit more of a sheen, which is kind of nice actually for dark colors. Here is the dull coat. It is sorry for the banging, that's my washing machine. It'll probably ding in a minute. It is a little shinier than dull coat, but not much. Let's see if we can zoom in, maybe get a better view here. Put it right under the light. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So this is the chalk. This is actually dull coat. So you can see it's a little shinier than the dull coat. And here's our control again. This is the control with dull coat. Not far off. Gives it a little bit more of a shine, but it's really not far off from just the plain dull coat. Yeah, so this is the chalk, which is not too bad because it probably gives you a nice healthy sheen look. And here's the Rust-Oleum matte finish against the control. Again, about as shiny, maybe a smidge shinier than the chalked one. Let's compare it to the chalked one. It's very similar, but this does have a little bit more of a shine to it. But it's not even notable, really, as you can see. Both have a really nicely even spray. Actually, this chalky one has a nicer even smoothness to it, so I kind of like it. So it says it shows chalky smooth finish, protective top coat. This one also says clear protective, eliminate glossy sheen, non-yellowing, fast drying, ideal for crafts, art, decorative projects. So these are nice options. The chalked was about, this one was I think like $9.99 at my local Ace Hardware. And this one I think was, I want to say $4.99 for this one. So that's that. Now let's look at the Rust-Oleum matte finished against the dull coat. Same, just shinier than the dull coat, but not by much. And now what we had from before, where is it? I wanted to show, yeah, okay, here it is. So the Design Master is what I've been using recently, and I've come to like it a bit. It's kind of shiny, not quite as satiny, but satiny as satin, but not quite as dull coat. And it does appear to be a little shinier than these two here. Not far off, but it does seem to be a little shinier. So this kind of steps it up. That's the chalk. There's the matte. There's the Design Master that I've been using. I'll link that video below so you can see it. So it kind of goes up in sheen there. So I think after I'm finished with my Design Master, I might start moving to the chalk. But we'll see how that reacts with, you know, things and how it works. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully. So that was the Design Master. And now to show you against the LaSalle one that I liked. It was like a gallery type finish. It's very expensive. Again, I'll link that video. As you can see, it's also, these new ones are also a little shinier than the LaSalle one. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right now. But this one you can see doesn't really have that even of a finish on it. Like if you can see, it kind of has, it's not super even and smooth. Like you probably have to need a few coats to get it even and smooth. This is really smooth. I could really kind of like the way this is. I really hope this works well with stuff because I'd like to use this. And it feels very like protective. So that's the LaSalle. And there's one more, the Army Painter. I noticed that this is probably going to be the closest one to dull coat. Here's the dull coat. So I think Army Painter is your closest bet to dull coat. And here's the new ones against the Army Painter. Here, they're all pretty close, but you can see it kind of steps up in shine. So you have the dull coat, the Army Painter, the chalk, and the matte finish, these two new ones. But my only problem is that I had white speckling problems with the Army Painter. I think I may have mentioned that in the other video. You can actually even see it on this card. These little white specks right there, that's from the spray of the can. So, you know, there was a lot of times I had to pick these things out after I sprayed my model, so I was not very happy with that, especially on darker models. It was kind of driving me nuts. I don't know if just my can was old or whatever. It wasn't super old, so I don't know if that's something that normally happens or not. So I don't like when that happens. So I haven't really bought another one of these, but if you've had good luck with it, I mean, try it. If you use it often, it might not be a problem. Like I said, maybe it was just an old can, but it's not easy for me to get. So if you have a hobby store near you that sells it, I would probably recommend that, because that's probably going to be your closest bet to dull coat itself here. So let's line these up so you can see these, because this probably got pretty confusing. So here's our control, just gesso. Here's our dull coat, control, dull coat. And here's our Army Painter, control, dull coat, Army Painter. What do we got next? I'm trying to go up in shininess. So here's the LaSalle. Getting a little shinier, but a little uneven. It's similar. I mean, it's pretty dull, but again, it's not even. So you get kind of like a speckly look to that. This might actually even be duller than the Army Painter, but again, I don't know about the evenness of it. And then we have the chalk, Rustoleum chalk, and the Rust-Oleum matte finish here, and the Design Master. So there it is. There is everything there. So not huge differences between them, as you can see. So any of these will probably do. But the closest one I can see here with my eyes to dull coat would be the Army Painter, followed by LaSalle. But, you know, these will seem to be like a good alternative. We'll see as time goes on. The stink factor actually wasn't too bad. You know, just normal stink, so nothing like potent like dull coat or anything. The next ones I'm going to show you were a little more potent. Alright, let's see. Next we have the clear glaze, the Krylon triple thick crystal clear glaze, and the gloss coat extreme lacquer wet look. Here's our control. This is super glossy, so this is probably a very good glossy thing if you're looking for a nice glossy look. Here's our control. There's the glossiness of the triple thick Krylon, and this is the gloss. This is the gloss. Wait, this is the wrong one. My bad. Where'd it go? Oh, sorry, my bad. This is the Testors Extreme Lacquer Wet Look here. Not as glossy. Actually, not too far off from the Testors Gloss Coat. So I'll show you those also for our glossiness. Here is the Testors Gloss Coat. So control, nothing on this one. This is Testors Gloss Coat. Just the same makers as this, just a different brand. And this is the Testors Extreme Lacquer Wet Look. It is a little shinier. It also is a little less even of a spray, as you can see. So I don't know what I think about that. I didn't really notice that. So usually you probably need a couple of coats on this one if you want it glossier. So it's really not that much different than gloss coat. So I probably would just go with gloss coat. It has a little bit more texture, so if you're pasteling, this might be better. I don't know. But again, and then here is the glaze. Again, it's super glossy, just way more glossy than all of these. So the last one that I had that was the glossiest of all my glosses was the Grumbacher. And as you can see, it's actually the Krylon Triple Thick is actually glossier than that. And so I would, even though this is like a really good brand and really good quality and offers really good protection, I would probably recommend this if you want a glossier look, because this one smells super awful. This one smells, but it's not too bad. Definitely not like that one. So yeah, this is glossiest of gloss. So and I don't remember what I paid. I got it on Amazon. It was a little while ago. So I don't think it was that much. No more than probably like $10, $12, but probably find it cheaper somewhere. So I will put links in the description to what I can, as usual. And I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully this wasn't too confusing, and I went through everything okay. Yeah, so hope that's helpful. This is dirty. I keep trying to wipe this and nothing comes off. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye!